Hi, I am Sohail. Today I am going to discuss structure and composition of chloroplasts. The main points of the lesson are structure of chloroplast, plastid and its types, similarities between chloroplast and mitochondria, and endosymbiosis. Chloroplasts are the sites of photosynthesis in eukaryotic cells. They are only present in photosynthetic cells like plant cells and algae. There are no chloroplasts in animal cell or bacteria. Chloroplast, it contains photosynthetic pigment that is called chlorophyll, and chlorophyll that act as light antenna to absorb the sunlight to carry out the process of photosynthesis, and plants, they manufacture their own food during this process. Chloroplast that is directly present here in cytoplasm. The trapping of light energy, that is the key to photosynthesis. Chlorophylls are very effective photoreceptors. The process of photosynthesis that takes place in chloroplast, photosynthesis, it consists of light reaction and dark reaction. During light reaction, energy is produced in the form of ATP and NADPH, and this energy is used in dark reaction to produce glucose. Number of chloroplasts in plant cells that varies from 1 to several hundred chloroplasts. So, this is a plant cell, and the position of chloroplast in cytoplasm is not fixed. Chloroplasts, they change their position in response to light, that is called chloroplast photorelocation movement. Chloroplasts move towards weak light to capture light efficiently. Chloroplast, it is divided into three main regions, that is outer and inner chloroplast membrane, second is stroma, and third one is the system of membranes present inside the chloroplast, that is called thylakoid membrane. Envelope, it is bounded by two membranes, that is outer chloroplast membrane and inner chloroplast membrane. In between outer and inner chloroplast membrane, there is space that is called intermembrane space. Outer chloroplast membrane, it contains porins, so it is freely permeable to small molecules, but inner chloroplast membrane, that is rich in proteins and semi-permeable. The second component which is present in chloroplast, that is called stroma. Stroma, it is colorless proteinaceous fluid that is bounded by inner chloroplast membrane, and composition of stroma is similar to mitochondrial matrix in mitochondria. Structures which are present in stroma, that includes DNA. This is a small circular DNA which is present in stroma. As we know that DNA is present inside the nucleus in a eukaryotic cell, but there are two cytoplasmic organelles, they contain their own DNA. One is chloroplast and second is mitochondria. All kinds of RNA, they are also present here in stroma. There are three kinds of RNA. One is messenger RNA, second is transfer RNA, and third one is ribosomal RNA. So, these three types of RNA, they are present here in stroma. Ribosomes, they are also present here, but these ribosomes are bacterial ribosomes. They are also known as prokaryotic ribosomes because they are comparatively small in size as compared to eukaryotic ribosomes. Eukaryotic ribosomes are 80S and bacterial ribosomes are 70S, which are present here in chloroplast. Stroma, it contains protein and photosynthetic enzymes, because we know that photosynthesis, which consists of light reaction and dark reaction, that takes place with the help of enzymes, and dark reaction that takes place in stroma, but light reaction takes place in chlorophyll molecules which are embedded in thylakoid membranes. Stroma that surrounds a system of membranes here which are called thylakoid membranes. So, this is the enlarged structure where you can see clearly DNA present in the stroma, and ribosomes, they are also present here, enzymes and carbon dioxide fixation that takes place here in the stroma. This is about the light reaction. I am going to discuss about light reaction in another video. Inside the chloroplast, a system of membranes is present that is called thylakoid membrane. and thylakoid membranes, they contain green pigment which is called chlorophyll. There are two types of thylakoids. One is smaller thylakoids, they are also known as grana lamellae, and second is large thylakoids. Smaller thylakoids, they are disc-like and piled like stack of coins, which is called granum. Granum is singular, grana is plural. So here this one structure that is called granum and grana, that is plural, and pigment molecules, that is chlorophyll, is present here in the thylakoid membrane of granum. Each granum contains 25 to 50 thylakoids, and each chloroplast has 40 to 60 grana. Photosynthetic pigments which are present in smaller thylakoids, they are involved in the process of light reaction, but photosynthetic pigments, they are absent in larger thylakoids. Larger thylakoids, they act like skeleton, keeping all the sacs to a safe distance from each other and maximizing efficiency of the organelle. Thylakoid membranes, they are also involved in ATP synthesis. In case of photosynthetic prokaryotes, they do not have chloroplast, but they have thylakoid membrane, that is the infolding of plasma membrane, and chloroplast, because it has its own DNA, so they can divide independently. Plastids are a group of related organelles, they are found in all types of plants and algae. Less specialized plant cells, they have precursor plastids called proplastids. Proplastids, they divide and redivide in meristematic cells which are distributed in different cell types. Depending upon the structure in which proplastids are present and intracellular factors and exposure to light, they might develop into chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplasts. Chloroplasts, they contain green pigment, that is chlorophyll, and chromoplasts, they contain different pigments other than chlorophyll. Chromoplasts, they are present in flowers and fruits, and they attract insects for the process of pollination. Leucoplasts, they are colorless plastids, they are present in root, stem and seeds. And leucoplasts, they are further divided into three types, that is elioplast, proteinoplast and amyloplast. Amyloplasts, they store starch, and elioplasts, they store lipids, and proteinoplasts, they store proteins. Comparison between chloroplast and mitochondria. Chloroplast and mitochondria, they are bounded by two membranes, that is outer membrane and inner membrane. They contain their own DNA and ribosomes. These ribosomes which are present in chloroplast and mitochondria, they are prokaryotic ribosomes. Mitochondria, they are involved in cellular respiration, and chloroplasts, they contain chlorophyll which absorbs sunlight, and plants manufacture their own food during photosynthesis. Mitochondria and chloroplasts, they are evolved by endosymbiosis. Symbiosis is a close relationship between organisms of different species that live together. According to endosymbiont theory, chloroplast and mitochondria, they have evolved from bacteria. So this is plant cell that has chloroplast, and chloroplast that is evolved from photosynthetic bacteria. Let's watch this animation. Let's sum up. Plant cells and algal cells, they contain photosynthetic pigment which is called chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is present in an organelle that is called chloroplast. Number of chloroplasts in plant cells that varies from 1 to several hundred chloroplasts. And chloroplast, it is bounded by two membranes, that is outer chloroplast membrane and inner chloroplast membrane. Inside the inner chloroplast membrane, a fluid is present which is called stroma, and in stroma there is circular DNA, ribosomes, and 3 types of RNA, they are present. A system of membranes that is also present in chloroplast, that is surrounded by the stroma. These thylakoid membranes, they form structures which are called grana. Thylakoid membranes, they contain photosynthetic pigment which is called chlorophyll. Plastids are a group of related organelles, they are found in all types of plants and algae. There are 3 types of plastids, that is chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. Chloroplast, they contains green pigment which is called chlorophyll. Chromoplast, they contain different pigments other than green. Leucoplasts are colorless plastids and they are food storage in function. Endosymbiosis, according to endosymbiont theory, mitochondria and chloroplasts, they are evolved from bacteria.